The movie begins at Camp Crystal Lake. We see a few camp counselors singing together by a fire, and the campers are asleep. Two of the camp counselors go off to do naughty things, but someone is watching. Coming out of the shadows, the unknown person murders both of them. Cut to a title sequence, and 22 years later, we see Annie traveling to Camp Crystal Lake. Everyone in town warns her about the dangers, but luckily she's able to get a ride halfway there. We learn the camp has been closed since the incident, and this will be the first year it's open since. We meet the other soon-to-be camp counselors, including Kevin Bacon, Mr. Macho, Alice, and many more, as they're still preparing the camp for the kids. Annie, walking down the road, hitches another ride, only this time she picked the wrong car. But she finds out all too late, having to leap out of the car, only to be chased into the woods to get her throat slit. Back at the camp, Alice is spooked by a snake, but they kill it without anyone being harmed. An officer pays them a visit to make sure no one is up to no good, and the local nutcase gives them a scare. Later, Ned is exploring the camp and picks the wrong cabin, and a storm comes in, sending everyone indoors. Kevin Bacon and his girlfriend start to do naughty things, while Alice and two other counselors stay in another cabin, playing strip Monopoly. We cut back to Kevin Bacon, finished with his business after his girls left for the bathroom. In one of the most famous scenes, it's revealed the killer was hiding under the bed as he stabbed through the neck with an arrow. After the killer follows his girl into the bathroom, asking her head a question, if you get me. Back with the three finishing their game, they split up. Obviously, that's what happened. Brenda hears a child and tries to help whoever it is. Cut to Alice and Bill, and they find a murderer weapon. They scour the camp looking for someone to give an answer. They soon find that the phone lines have been tampered with and the car won't start. The storm passes and Mr. Macho returns from town, but he's killed before he can even enter the camp. The killer cuts the power to the camp. Bill goes to fix it. Alice, now all alone, goes in search, but she finds it's too late for Bill. Now in fear for her life, she barricades herself into a cabin, but that doesn't stop the killer from breaking down the window with Brenda's dead body. Alice sees a car approaching and heads to ask for help, and she runs into Pamela Voorhees. She gives a backstory on what happened to the first person that died, where it's revealed that it was Pamela's son who died by drowning because the counselors weren't paying attention to him. A fight breaks out as Alice runs through the camp, finding all the dead counselors, and Mrs. Voorhees chases after her. Alice tries to hide, but it's useless. As they have a back and forth, it ends with an iconic scene. With no other option, Alice puts an end to Pamela Voorhees via decapitation by machete. Still unsure of her safety, we see her cast out into the lake on a canoe. The movie ends with the scare of what is meant to be Jason's dead corpse rising from the lake, seeking revenge for his mother, revealed to be a dream sequence, only a nightmare, for now, that is. My final thoughts are, for a movie that helped birth the slasher genre, it did a great job for this its time. With this movie comes so many tropes you see in modern horror today, or even spun on their head. It's refreshing to see where it all came from. And for someone that has no clue what Friday is about, it's a good mystery. We don't see the killer's face until the end, so we're constantly guessing who it could be throughout. Although the characters aren't much, they're just teenagers, there's still a sense of connection. For the gore, if you're watching the uncut version like I was, it has great effects. You won't be able to see as many if you're watching the regular version. In fact, there's barely any to see at all. All in all, this is a classic film. No wonder it has the fan base it has today. Although it's not my favorite Friday film, it still scores high on my list. Tomorrow, I'll try to cover the second, third, and fourth film because they're kind of all tied in together. But until then, bye.